Oh, what's going on, everyone? I'm Dark Sky, and today we are playing Blossom, the Seed of Life. Super fun game. Has to do with survival and setting up a factory and automation, as well as being pretty much the only robot left on the on this planet that's alive, and humanity is not around. So it's just us, and we have to terraform this planet. So there's a lot into this, but let's get into this. Let's get started. So here we are, and we are this little tiny cute robot guy here, and we need to figure out how to get some power. Let's try this little thing here. Ah, there we go. Get some power in us. Now we can hit the Q, disqualify from that, and let's check this out here, this little control panel. So it just says that we can use this battery to charge our circuits, and then we can set up the circuit. Looks like, oh, I see what he's doing, setting it up so that we have that little crafting thing, and we can go from there. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, let's check that out and see how that works for us. So we're going to take this here, and we're going to connect that, and then put that there, and then connect this and connect it to this crafting station. All right, and so we should be able to open this door. There we go. All right, so now we're outside here. We can pick up some iron as whatnot, or what? Let's see. Install mining module. Upgrade your backpack. It requires us to have the mining module. Okay, well, let's go see here. We gotta go into the craft. Oh yeah, here we go. Mining module doesn't really cost anything. Okay, we'll pick that up. All right, now that we got that, let's see. For us to get this upgrade, we're going to need 3 iron to get that that thing. Now, you can see on my backpack, you got these little bars, the little gray bars or white bars, however you want to look at that. Those little white bars is our power, so we got to keep an eye on that. And then our upgrades and stuff usually go on the bottom or on the top right there. So we're going to get, let's grab some iron here, and we'll see if we can't grab, get an update on our backpack. Let's see, I'm going to need a little bit more power, I think. There we go. There we go. I got 4 iron. I think that should do it. Go in here. Let's get our medium backpack. There we go. Now we can see that we got a little bit more power that we can use to be able to run around. Now it wants us to craft an encryption key, insert the encryption key into the control panel, and deploy a miner. Okay. So what's it cost to make the encryption key? We need a regolith chunk, and we need some copper ore. Okay. Well, let's run around here and see if we can't find some ore. Now, I notice if we do this little jumping bit, we don't really use up power too quickly. All right, so I got the regolith. This should be copper here. Yeah, here we go. Let's get some copper. All right, so here we go. Let's get that encryption key, and then we have to insert it here. Oh yeah, here we go. Let's insert it into this. Oh, look at that. Something fell outside. So E to deploy. Okay, so we get to deploy this printer. Let's put this printer, I don't know. Let's see, where's a good spot for it? Like right here? Let's stick it right here in front of the in front of our place here. And then Z and X is to rotate it. So we'll rotate it like that. And then we need to get a power on it. So we can hit E on that to connect that. And then we're going to connect this out there. There we go. Now with this here right now, all we can do is create this little storage thing. If we have some composite metal, then we can make this storage tier 1. But let's see here. What it wants us to do is upgrade your backpack again. So what's it cost to upgrade my backpack? I need silica ore and I need sulfur. The sprint would be nice, the sprint module, and maybe even the mining module. Yeah, I guess so. And then we have the light, which would be nice just to have light. So let's see if we can't get some iron first. Some kind of a module that we can get with iron, right? Oh yeah, the sprint module. Let's do that one. Now we can hit the shift to toggle to boost mode, which is basically running, but it does burn up our energy a little bit quicker, so we have to keep that in mind. Now the next thing it looks like I can do is I get the copper and silica, or maybe some copper. Let's do some copper, and we can get the light, so like when it gets dark and whatnot, we can still see. Let's power up right quick. We'll run over there, we'll grab some sulfur, and we'll see what we can go. Now we can go a little ways away with this this cable. It'll say that you know, it's reached its end, and then you have to disconnect from it. But we'll go a little ways here with that. And that way we can keep our battery power as long as we can. You can see that uses a lot of energy just for that one sulfur. For us to do one more, we probably would be out of power. So the next thing I need to do is to find me some crystal. Looks like we have some crystal up here. We got some of these here. Let's see what's in this one, huh? Got some blueprints we finding. Let's see, I don't think we have enough power to get one more silica, so let's head back. All right, and I think what we can do is, yeah, let's get our large backpack. That'll be nice. There we go. Now we got all kinds of room. Even has a number up on top there, kind of tells us like where our current power lies. All right, see what else we can do here. We need to do a an overlay module. Enables power overlay. It kind of tells us like where the wires are and all that, and if they're powered and how much power they're getting. The mining module version 2 would be nice. Maybe get another silica, some more copper, maybe a couple more copper. And then we could do an info module. It enables a compass HUD. That would be nice. And then adds ability to deconstruct. I think that would be a good one too, to have that. So, I mean, if we can pick up a bunch of copper and maybe some more of this silicon or silica or whatever, if we can pick up some of that, I think we should be good. I see copper right down there. We'll see how much we have left after we pick up this silica. All right, there we go. Now, but we're definitely down there. We're about almost close to about 30%. So we'll just head on back here. Now, this game kind of reminds me a little bit of a Planet Crafter, Astroneer kind of a feel. So, but it's still a lot of fun. You know, it's like if Astroneer and Planet Crafter had a baby, I think this would be it right here. I mean, this game is super fun. I enjoy both of them, so that's it makes it super nice. Let's see here. Mining module speeds that up. Let's do the info module, get that out, and then maybe what, the light module, so we can see. There we go. We got a little bit there on there, huh? Oh, we're down to 17%. We're gonna need some more power. All right, so it looks like what we can do is we got the light module out of the way. The other one is the overlay. We could definitely, oh man, the power is almost out. And then let's see what we got here. We got a composite metal here. Okay, here we go. So we can do the deconstruction, or we can do the mining module. Let's up the mining module here. And do we have anything left? Could do mining module version 3. Enables the power. Info module version 2 would be nice. So that just requires some iron. Let's go out here, grab some iron. Ooh, man, we just go through this stuff now. Just fly through that. All right, you can see at the top of the screen there, we have north and south and all that. Also tells us where we can find the other vaults that we're missing. So let's run out here and see if we can't pick up these other, get these missing blueprints, get those knocked out. All right, so we got all the blueprints. Let's go load them in and see what new things we unlocked. All right, so we got a pressure core and some other things knocked out. Now we need to build a battery. So let's see what we need to do to build a battery here. So we got a battery tier 1 here, requires us to do a power cell. And then we got a Terraform analyzer and we got a little storage here. So let's see, we need a power cell. What's that take? So it looks like the power cell is sulfur and copper. All right, well, that's pretty cool. We got down to 50% that time, so that's not too bad. So let's make our little power cell here. And then we're going to come out here and we're going to use the printer, and I want to make is the battery. So let's set the battery out here. I think it's like right in here would be all right, huh? Actually, let's set it out like right out here somewhere. Ooh, there's some more of that regular stuff. And then we need to generate power. Ship's battery, 401 power remaining. Okay, well, got that. See, a power extender would be nice, but it wants us to make a thing to generate power. So I'm thinking a fuel generator would probably be in order here. So we need some copper wire and a composite material. So there's the copper wire, and oh, we just need some iron, and then we can make that composite material. All right, let's make this fuel generator, and let's stick this out. Let's stick this out over here. Maybe right here. There we go. Now I'm thinking that I'd like to get this power extinguisher, or power extender, I mean, and it just requires the metal. Let me see here. So we just need some iron. Okay, so we got this iron. Let's do a power extender here, and I want to put this out. Put it right there. That looks like a pretty good spot for it. So I want to connect this thing here to back here. And then I want to connect one of these sides here to this. And let's connect another side here to this. All right, so what is it more that we need here? So I need one more regular chunk, and then we can make the fuel for this thing. All right, let's plug the fuel in on this thing. We should be good to go. There we go, nice. Might as well grab some sulfur since I'm in the area. And then if I need power, I can just come over here to this extender. And we need to deploy a drill. So let's go look this, see what we need to make a drill. So to make a drill, we need a pressure core and composite metal. Pressure core, we just need silica. And the composite metal, I need the regular chunk and iron ore. Okay. All right. I think I only have enough for just the one crystal, so we'll work with that. And I'm going to go out of power here in a second. There we go. Just a nick of time. All right, so now that I have this, let's see here. I want to make the composite metal. And then I want to make the pressure core. And then I want to make this drill. Let's put this drill like, let's put it over here. Okay, I think what I need to do is I need to make myself another one of these little battery extenders. So let's see what that takes. Again, I forget what the cost is for a power extender. Just one composite metal. I might be able to do that. Oh, I just need one regular chunk. Okay. You can see those little regular chunks like really far away, so it makes things nice. All right, so now I want to make another one of these power extenders. Let's put the power extender like over here. And then let's connect this one up to this one. And then we'll connect this up to this guy. Oh, there it is. I think we're going to need some more power and everything for this thing. So that means we're going to need to find some more of that regolith. So let's look around and see if we can't find a few more. And then I want to make is these regolith oxide rods. Let's make 2 of those. That way we can keep this thing all filled up and powered. Looks like it's out of power. Oh, no, it's not yet, but it's close, huh? We'll keep the last one on just in case. But it's got the battery all nice and full, so that's good. Oh, there's a little spot on the back. Maybe I'll disconnect this one here and connect to the back of this battery. There we go. Now it gives me a free one to come over here to charge just in case I get in trouble. And then optional, deploy a second drill. All right, let's see if we can't do a second drill. So pressure core and composite metal. So I need silica and iron and regolith. Use that regolith a lot, don't we? And then we needed, what was it? A piece of regolith, right? So let's see if we can't find some of that around here. There's one right there. All right, composite metal. And we needed the pressure core. And let's set up our second drill here. Let's put this, let's put it over here. There we go. Power that up. All right, so we got 2 drills going now. We are dispersing the fog. That'll be nice to get rid of the fog, be able to see from a distance and everything. Next, we need to deploy a Terraform analyzer. Let's check our fuel, see how our fuel is doing now that we have 2 of these bad boys running. It's doing all right. All right, good. All right, so do these analyzers, we're going to need 2 glass. So let's make 2 glass. Imagine that's going to take some crystal. Yeah, silica and regular chunk. Let's see here. Let's put this copper in the storage area, and I'm thinking I want to do the sulfur. We don't need to carry around the sulfur right now. So we need that regular chunk, and then, which is right here. And another one right there. We can't have too many of those. And then we needed some more glass. So I think that was on top of one of these hills was the glass. All right, cool. We got 2 glass. That should do it. Let's run down and see if we can make this Terraform analyzer. All right, I'm thinking let's set up this Terraform analyzer. I don't know, like maybe right here. That's probably a good spot for it as any. And then we'll set up the power here. We'll put the power on this thing right there. No, right there. Wow, those ones are all connected all the way around. I need to add another extender, I think. Let's check our power situation here. I figured one was down already. Keep that power going. That battery looks a little on the low side. I'm thinking we might need to add in another some more power, but we can use the analyzer here to get some blueprints. So it looks like we're up to the point of a wagon, and we can get a storage module, and we're almost up to a battery module and a mining laser. And then this will be later on, I imagine, that for wind, once we get up to wind and whatnot for the terraforming process. But you can see our pressure is building up. So we're doing pretty good there. Let's see. I'm thinking let's set up another fuel generator. Requires copper wire and a composite metal. So we need some iron for that. 2 copper wire. Okay, so we got our composite metal and we got our copper wire. Let's see if we can make another fuel. I think I can stick it out like right here. Maybe right here. And then let's make another extender. So we need 1 composite metal for that. All right, so we still got a lot of power set on those. Let's see if we can't make up some more power on our new gas one. We're up to 80% on dispersing the fog, so we're almost there. Okay, let's go make some more fuel here, and we'll put the fuel up on the other gas one and get that going. Maybe we can get our batteries charged. There we go. Those batteries are charging right up. We're up to almost 90% now on the dispersing the fog. Oh, there we go. That makes things easier. Must have been a new update that they just had. So we'll go and put these in our machine. So we get a battery module, we get a mining laser module tier 1, storage module tier 1, and a wagon tier 1. Nice. Very nice. So now we can make this wagon. Requires just like some copper wire. So I think I need one more piece of copper here. So here we go. We got our wagon now. Nice. Very nice. Fog is fully cleared off the planet. And it looks like we got some new blueprint schematics from the analyzer. Now we can use this now to kind of move around. We could put a battery on this, or we could just put a little container on it to add extra stuff. And we just connect to the front right here, and then we just run around, and this our little wagon follows us. It's quite cute, you know. We'd just be able to pull that around, and we could get all kinds of more resources and stuff that we aren't able to get on our backpack. So let's look to see. For us to get the storage module requires us to have 2 of those composite metals. We need to increase the pressure to form ice. Right now it's at 3%. We need to deploy a drill, a tier 2, and install an overlay module version 2. Let's see what we can do for the overlay module. Just needs silica ore, and we could get the relay module. Ooh, let's get some power first, though. Now we have connectors all around our ship here, or around our little, all around our little escape pod. This is our escape pod that we are connected to. So it has connectors all the way around it, like a couple of them, besides the ones on the front door. I think there's like 3 more. So you can always connect to those if you need to. But let's go and get some more crystal here. Again, if we do the jump, and we'll use up less electricity, and so we can get around a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Now this one here requires us to have a bigger miner, so we'll have to come back later and get that. I don't see too much. We have a radio station out there. That green stuff, I believe, is uranium. So yeah, that. Oh, there's some more crystal right there. I'm at about 50% though, so we'll go down here. We'll charge up. So we need to get the overlay module version 2. There's the overlay module 1. We'll get that one knocked out. And then for us to get the 2 requires us to have 1 more sulfur ore. That's easy to come by. Can't have too much sulfur. Can't have too much silica either. That other stuff down there, I believe that might be either aluminum. All right, so we got that. Let's get the overlay module 2. Put that on there. Okay, good. We got that one. Now that enables planet overview, so we can kind of see like what stuff's on us. We can hit 2. And when we get 2 on the left side there, you see the fog pressure is finished. The dust storm dissipation is finished. Planet frosting, we are currently working on freezing the planet, and then hopefully after that, then we start creating water. But you can see on the right side, we have ice formations and craters. We have cryospheric melting. We have liquid water, and then we have lakes and rivers. So that'll be pretty nice to get to that point. And then if we press 1, you can see how everything lights up all blue and everything, meaning we all have power and everything. Everything's good to go. Everything's all charged up. So yeah, we're doing good. Now the other thing it wants us to do is deploy a drill 2. Let's see what it takes to make a drill 2. Well, we don't have a drill 2 yet. I think what we need to do is go to the analyzer, see what new blueprints it has. And then we're going to hit R. There we go. And let's plug these into our printer and see what stuff we got. So that's a scanner module. There's the drill tier 2. And it says I need some power. I'm getting low. We might want to check our power as well over here. That's full. That's pretty good. See, how's this one doing? This one has just a one that's almost out, and then we have a second one there. So we're going to need to get some more power. So I'm thinking what we should do here is instead of doing that, let's go to the car here, because we get the mining laser module 1. If we can put this on the car, it'll be much easier for us to extract resources, and we don't end up using our battery. It just uses the car itself. So we need 2 of those pressure cores. So we need 1 more sulfur, and then we're going to need 2 silica. Okay, so we need a pressure core. And then we need 1 more pressure core, which requires us to have sulfur. And then what else was it? There was something else. Really? I must have not been thinking of doing something else here. Pressure core. What was I doing with the pressure core? I think I was doing the tier 2 drill. Yeah, tier 2 drill requires 2 pressure cores and a silver wire. Okay. But if we get this mining laser, which is glass and thermal gel, which means we just need 2 sulfur, but we can get the glass knocked out of the way at least. So we need just that thermal gel, and then we should be able to get the miner for our little guy. All right, cool. Now we can put this on there. And now we should be able to take this little guy around with us, and we can mine those bigger resources and all that and get those resources done. Now I needed, what, another core? I needed another composite, which means I need more sulfur. And then I need a composite metal? Oh, silver wire, so pressure core. So maybe another sulfur, and then I just need some copper, and we just need the silver wire, and then I want to do the tier 2 drill. I think I'm going to just place out this other drill. It's already out here. All right, let's take this one down. So we're going to deconstruct this one. And then let's see if we can set this up here to this one here. Get that tier 2 going. That'll get the pressure from get the ice going and everything. Later on, once everything gets iced down, then we can take those apart. We don't need those anymore. They're not going to work. They'll just sit there. So the other thing I think we'd want to do is to get ourselves some more power. So I want to do the fuel generator tier 2, which requires 1 silver wire, 2 composite metals. We'll have to do that on our next episode. I want to thank everybody for coming out and joining me. It's been super fun. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on our next video. You take care now, and bye-bye.